You've seen it, right? That perfect, serene picture of a personal sauna? It's become this ultimate symbol of relaxation, a steamy little escape right in your own backyard. But what does it really take to turn that dream into a reality? Well, let's get into it.
I mean, our social media feeds are just swimming in it. You've got influencers on Instagram and TikTok, these gorgeous video walkthroughs on YouTube, and they all paint this picture of, effortless luxury. It's just a simple, beautiful box that magically makes steam. But, as you can probably guess, there's a whole lot more going on behind the filter.
So the journey from that online fantasy to an actual backyard reality, it really begins with this, the heater. And let me tell you, this isn't just an appliance you plug in and forget about. It's the absolute heart of the entire operation, and it demands some serious respect. Okay, take a look at this. This is the Harvia Cilindro 16 wood-burning heater. It's not just a pretty steel shell, it's a legitimate piece of engineering. We're talking a fire chamber, combustion air deflectors, flue connections. It's a complex machine designed for one thing, to safely contain and control a real-life fire.
The numbers here really tell the story, don't they? The heater itself, empty, is almost 120 pounds. Then you have to load it with another 265 pounds of stones. That's nearly 400 pounds total. This is not something you're just going to casually slide into the corner. And yeah, this says it all. The user manual is crystal clear. You need 2 people just to get the heater into place. So right off the bat, you're seeing that owning a sauna is a hands-on, pretty serious commitment. And with all that power comes a whole lot of responsibility. That's where the user manual basically becomes your Bible. And these aren't just, friendly suggestions. These are the absolute rules you have to live by to handle that fire safely.
The manual does not mess around. When you see this word, you stop what you're doing and you pay very, very close attention.
And here it is, straight from the source. This isn't about, voiding your warranty or something small. This is about life and death. The stakes are as high as they get. The manual even has its own language of danger you have to learn. A warning is the big one. It means a risk of death. A caution is still serious, but it points to a risk of minor or serious injury. Knowing the difference is absolutely key.
It's also super specific about what you can't burn. And this list of forbidden fuels is, well, it's long and it's got some surprises. You've got the obvious stuff like plastic and rubber, and then, yep, you are reading that right. Do not burn disposable diapers in your sauna heater. Please.
I mean, the level of detail in this manual is just staggering. It even tells you the maximum size for your water ladle. And there's a good reason. If you use a giant ladle and throw too much water on those hot stones at once, you could create a really dangerous blast of steam.
And then there are the rules that might seem like common sense, but they are so critical they have to be stated loud and clear. A hot sauna is a place for relaxation, but never, ever for sleeping. It is incredibly dangerous.
But what happens after you've read all the rules, you've followed every instruction to the letter, and you still hit a problem the manual never saw coming? Well, that's when you step into the world of real-life ownership.
And this is the exact question that leads to a perfect, real-world scenario. You've done everything right, you've built your dream sauna, but now you need to tweak it. You need to adapt it for your family.
So a user on Reddit posted this super practical problem. They needed a sturdy handle for safety, something that could actually support a person's weight. But think about it. Where do you find a handle that's strong enough for that and can survive the intense heat inside a sauna? The manual's not going to tell you that.
This is where the sauna community is just amazing. The suggestions that came in were so creative and so practical, way beyond what any company could put in an instruction book. People were suggesting things like handles for concrete tools or marine-grade teak handrails made for sailboats. I mean, stuff that's built to take a beating in harsh conditions.
And here's how the story ends. The user went with the concrete float handle, and their feedback is just the perfect summary of what real-world ownership is all about. It's not always some perfect, factory-approved solution. Sometimes it's a practical fix that, so far, it works.
And all of this really gets to a much bigger point about owning a sauna. You don't just buy it and you're done. You're entering a long-term relationship with this thing, and that relationship needs attention, it needs maintenance, and it needs care.
You have to be ready for real emergencies. The manual gives you clear, life-saving steps for what to do if you have a soot fire in your chimney. And notice that step 3 is to not use water. which might be the first thing you'd think to do. Knowing these procedures inside and out is a huge part of being a responsible owner.
And, things are going to go wrong. One day, your sauna might not heat up right, or maybe you'll notice the wood is starting to blacken. Owning one of these means you become a troubleshooter. You're diagnosing everything from the quality of your firewood to how tightly you stack the stones.
But here's the good news. You're not on your own. There's a whole industry out there to support these heaters for the long haul. You can buy replacement grates, new glass for the door, pretty much any component you need to keep it running for years and years. This is not a disposable product. It's a serviceable machine.
So, that perfect Instagram dream? It's totally achievable. But it's built on a foundation of heavy steel, strict safety rules, and a commitment to ongoing care. It's a relationship with fire and steam. It's not just an appliance you buy, it's a commitment you make. And the only question left is, are you ready for it?